Alright, hello and welcome back to Dealer's Choice. Today we're going to be playing Summoner Wars, or as it has been renamed, Abalon, which is very similar to the other name for the UK, which is Avalon. And apparently this came to the developer like literally in a dream when he changed the name. And he said, I don't know where it came from, it just sounded like the right thing to do. I disagree that it was the correct choice, but his game is overwhelmingly positive on Steam, so what do I know? And he's got a successful game, and I don't, so you know. I don't have a game at all, so I'll take, you know, we gotta trust that this guy knows what he's doing. So anyways, why I'm starting on this screen instead of right in the game, because I like to jump into things, this is for Dealer's Choice, if I didn't mention that, is because right here, I just wanted to show off one of the really neat things about this game, which is that there's a built-in, like, chat menu, basically, where you can communicate directly with the developer of the game. And I send him a lot of bug reports, and he fixes them like the next day. It's amazing. And then, or in this case, it wasn't a bug, and so he tells me, yeah, it's not a bug, there you go. It's not just me, he does this for everyone. You can look at his change notes, and he thanks every single individual person that found a bug in his game. And it's not because it's a buggy game, it's a very stable game, it works great. It doesn't, I've run into maybe 2 like soft lock sort of things, but I was able to work my way through one of them, I think. I think the other one, I had to wait until the game updated after I sent him the bug, but it was like, you know, I wait a day and then he fixes it. And, but the reason actually the game has so many bugs is because it's got a ridiculous amount of combinations. It's a very in-depth game, and I try to do stuff to break it all the time, so it's more my fault than anything. So, I'm just gonna get started and show you this great game. Now, it's pushing the definition of a roguelike, I would say, to the point where it's not a roguelike, really. But it shares a lot in common with roguelikes, so I'll, you know, and this doesn't necessarily have to be just roguelikes for my Dealer's Choice. So the only character I haven't unlocked is Dante here, where I have to rescue a hellhound puppy, which I think I've actually done and that didn't go through, possibly, but I'm not sure about that one. No, that's fine. So we're going to get started with something I don't like about this game, which is, well, we'll see in a moment here. We're not going to be playing as this fellow, I believe, is the one, because, okay, this is one of the things I don't like. He added this system. Now, it's a lot better than it used to be. I've talked about this in a previous video. But it used to be you could have any loadout you wanted when you were playing the game. And now, the reason I don't want to play as this guy is because he starts with Scribe, and Scribe is like a... It's not a game-breaking ability, but it's the best ability in the game by far, but it's a totally different play style. And I want to show the game as it was designed, not as the meta is. So basically, if you want to win the game, you get Scribe on your summoner. But the problem is that it's very, you know, it's very samey. It's like, always go for Scribe. And so that was a huge problem where you used to be able to choose the loadout for these guys. And so you'd always pick the book that gave you Scribe 3. But because of this rank system, I have to admit, he did actually change it so that you can't just start with the book that gives you Scribe 3, and instead Zenon is like the only character that really gets Scribe now. So he did make it better, but I think there was other ways to do it. I'll play as someone I haven't played before, I guess. I haven't actually played this game much. I've won 3 times, maybe. I've won with Dork. I've won with Kaylin. I think I've won with the main character, Sylvia, or the first character. Maybe not the main character. Okay, I haven't really seen Lilith before. What's her deal? She has a plethora of plant powers, includes potent poisons, a healthy dose of healing. Ah, didn't continue with the alliteration. Okay, so sure, I'm not, let's see, what does she do? Whenever you cast a plant spell, all allies get +1 health. Okay. She seems pretty weak, actually, but let's give it a shot. I mean, inflict poison is good if it's a ranged poison, it's okay. But there is a sort of time limit on combat, so you'll see how good that is. Now, yeah, one of the other things I don't like, you'll see this, so he was really happy that his game got overwhelmingly positive reviews, so he's like, as a reward, I'm going to give everyone this gold XP tome, so if we, sure, which is like, wait, so your reward, jeez, like the developer wanted to make everyone happy with him, right, because he was happy with them. He's like, thank you guys so much, I want to do something nice for you. So his reward is that you play less of his game, essentially, right? Which is the problem with XP systems like this. It's like, you know what? I really want to do something nice for you guys, so tell you what, you don't have to play as much of my game, right? Because the game is, once you add an XP system, it's to get more XP. But if he just hands you the XP, then it's like, yeah, don't worry, you don't have to play my game. My game's so good, you don't have to play it. So what happens when you get XP is you unlock new abilities, which you can turn on or off. But I guess you have to take all of them in an order. And they're actually really interesting. Like, they do change the character. I do like them. Like, I really like how much they change them. So for instance, if we go back to Lilith here, she inflicts poison 1, as you can see here. When you cast a plant spell, visible allies heal 1, and she attacks with a sprint shot. Like, okay. You go over here, and it's like, you know what? You can actually inflict poison 2, so it's just twice as good. That's actually one of the less interesting ones, but they tend to be about twice as good abilities, essentially, in more interesting ways, which I can beat the game with nothing. Like, I've done it. And it's like, why are you making the game easier? Like, you have to play the game a bunch, so you become a better player, but instead of your better player skills letting you beat the game more often, instead the game hands it to you, which is, it's one of the reasons I don't like the design choices in Hades, and it's one of the reasons I do like the design choice in Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire also has things that are unlocked through XP through play, but the XP isn't in your face, it's just at the end of a run. You wouldn't even know it's there if you never beat the game, essentially. And you don't unlock more powerful characters, more powerful abilities. You actually just get more cards that are more confusing. And so it was essentially a way to tutorialize the game a little bit, to not muddle the deck with a bunch of confusing cards when you're just jumping into the game. Whereas this actually makes you just straight up better. Like, you get to choose your starting spells. Now this is actually fine, right? Like, you get to choose your starting spells, you get to choose your starting items, you get to choose your starting artifacts. That's like, yeah, sure. It's too complicated, just jump into the game, pick a character, jump into the game. Once you've played a bit, then you can start mixing around. These 3 abilities I'm totally fine with. But you'll see here, now you get 3 items instead of 2. Still a total of 1,000, so actually not too bad. But then Summoner's maximum equipment count, 5 to 7. That's just better, right? Choose up to 1 starting Guardian. That's just stronger. 5 starting spells with total gold cost, so that one's fine again. Actually, is that? No, it's just better. It's just straight up better. So you just get stronger the more you unlock after these first 3. It's like, why would you do that? It's weird. Now, if the abilities were more interesting, different story. But they're just better and more fun, really. So, you know, that's kind of nice. It's like, oh, I got to have a more fun run now. I had a good run, but now I get an even more fun run. But it's like, why not start with a fun run? A lot of decisions I don't agree with. But since we are level 4, we get to pick cards. So let's see here. Now, picking cards is actually very overwhelming. So, it does make sense to lock it away, because there is a ton of abilities and cards and everything else in this game. And also, doesn't run the greatest, does it? I mean, like, it's not bad, but... Now, all of these are, like, little animated dudes, so fair enough. His art is beautiful. I love his art so much. And I'll address them staring at you in a bit. I like it, but it is really weird. Now, actually, I'm curious. Okay, so my gold tome I could only use on 1 character. Okay. And I used it on Lilith, who... like, the boring character. But I may as well use it on a boring character, because I'm not going to play them as much, right? Why am I strategizing which character I get to skip with the reward, in quotation marks, I was given, though? That's a little weird, isn't it? It'd be nice. I would like this, and I can't remember if I mentioned it to the developer or not, because you can give him suggestions, and he often implements them as well, which is awesome. But I would like it if I could put, like, 4 out of 3 cards in here, and then it just wouldn't let me click OK until I was done, right? But I would just like it if I could, you know, put units in here, essentially, just for the sake of... thinking. So I can put, like, okay, these are my top 5, let's just put them all in there so I can see them. And yeah, not enough gold. So it used to be you could just choose whatever cards you want. I really love the gold limitation on this. That is good. Actually, is Animate Plant cheaper? It is, so that's one reason why you'd take it, I guess. Okay, I can I... Yeah, again, I'd like to put it up here and just go into negative gold, and then I can think, right? So instead what I have to do is I'll have to kick you out, go Animate Plant, then I have 200, which is what I needed, yeah. Now, are artifacts a separate thing from items? They appear to be. Okay. I'm not sure what the difference is anymore. They used to have a distinction, but then he kept updating the equipment system, so now I'm not sure what the difference is anymore. I don't know about the DLC. Like, I think the things the DLC adds are really cool, but the problem is it dilutes your pool of items when you're playing the game. Like, in the selection screen, it's fine, but when you're playing the game, it's like you're trying to get cards to buff your hero, and you just keep getting, like, animal gear, and you're like, okay, my hero's not doing so good right now. Yeah, you unlock cards by discovering them in-game, by the way, so you wouldn't have all these cards if you were playing for the first time. You actually have to use the cards first in-game once, and then you get them. I don't tend to like loadouts in games like this so much. I just like to work with what I'm given. But when in Rome, here's my loadout. I think choose... The UI is a little confusing. I've never quite understood what does what. I think choose means I start the game. This is another thing, it's an improvement, but I think he actually did the wrong thing here. So it used to be you would just start and like, you pick a biome of your choice and it's like, I don't know where to start, and some were way harder than others. And then he's like, you know what, I'm gonna make them all equal difficulty, but you can still pick one. And some were still harder than others just by nature of what kind of enemies you fought, like the harvest is very difficult. And then what he did was he was like, you know what, I'm going to force you to actually fight them in order until you beat the game like once or twice. And so you'd have to start in the forest, go to the dungeon, then go to the desert, and so on. Which I think was just how the game should be. Because picking where you start, like, what I found actually is starting in a harvest is the best way to start the game. And if you're wondering why I'm acting like I know stuff when I haven't even unlocked it, it's because the game has so many updates that, like, basically reset your progress. They don't actually reset your progress, but it locks away things again and again. But basically, it used to be if you start in harvest and survive, which was low chance, but if you do survive harvest, then the rest of the game is super easy. I think he's added some new events, like desert has become much harder with the weather events now. And I think he's tried to buff like all places to be more interesting, but let's just start in the forest. That's typically where you start. And when do I get to choose my kind of, here we go. So the proper way to play the game is hardcore until you unlock descent. And these are just like practice basically, you don't unlock anything if you play on them, as far as I'm aware. And I've never actually played on descent. This is something he added, which is new. Yeah, I don't think I'm allowed to, actually, with this character. You have to do it with the specific character. You have to beat hardcore with each character, I guess, because I have beat hardcore before. But, like, multiple times. But I think it's per character, which is also crazy. Given that I was able to level her up, but it didn't level up my descent. A little weird. Alright, so this is Summoner Wars, or as it is now called, Abalon. So you can control with WASD, you move like this. Keyboard and with arrow keys, you move like this, then you press space to move to the space. And then you can also just click on a space. And now, this is weird because I started playing the game when I had really bad hand issues. Alright, you can also play with the controller, yeah. So this is me using my controller right now. And then this is me using the right stick. But this is left stick over here. But in terms of ergonomics, it's actually more ergonomic friendly with this game to play as a ranged character rather than a melee character, which is unusual for roguelikes. It's almost always the opposite, but in this roguelike, in quotation marks, it isn't the case. This is more of a mystery dungeon game than a normal roguelike, I would say. But you'll see. Ranged characters, when they break an object, well, this is what a melee character does when they break an object, right? They walk over to it and hit it. And so it was actually a lot less ergonomic for me to do. Now, I believe this is a ranged ability, so if I give myself this, whereas ranged characters, you click on an object, and they actually open the box from a range. So there's actually more, so I couldn't play melee characters when I started playing this game, which is, it's just kind of funny. Okay, so I give my units buffs when I play plant abilities, but I would need a unit in order to play that with. So I think I'm going to grab the Armored Squirrel, just for a free unit. It's not bad. It costs 0 mana. Now, 0 mana units are actually kind of worthless, you'll see, but I'll just take it so you can see. You can also sneak into other zones without activating them sometimes, which is fun. Alright, so let's see if there's anything here. Now, I'm not sure, I think Dungeon was actually the first added to the game, not the Forest, but I like the Forest, it's fun. It's nice and straightforward. So here are the marshmallows, which are a very important resource. We'll get to those in a moment. Basically, they get you back to full health and get you all your cards back, because this game appears to be a deck builder combined with a roguelike at first, but it's not. Okay, now I did take the Die of Therion, I believe, yeah. So I could just succeed this. But I think, like, an army of goblins to start off with wouldn't be bad. But I don't have enough money to bring a gift, so I think I'm just going to leave. I could steal their birthday presents, I guess. But then I'd have to fight all those goblins. Okay, should be easy enough. Alright, so... do they not reveal on hover? I don't remember. Anyways. Is that a setting? Okay, persistent stats. Yeah, so characters in this game, they look up if they haven't used up their actions yet. Which a lot of people think gives them, like, I've read a lot of comments, people saying this gives me a headache and it's so weird. And it is a little strange. But I don't know. I like it. I think it's funny. It's very clear to see who has acted and who hasn't. If it's really annoying to you, you can go into here, and you can go into here, and then you can change the circumstances under which the characters look up. Never, only when selected, or when they're ready for orders. So you can get rid of it if you don't like it. It's got, there's also, I don't know if he fixed it yet. There's rumble in this game, which is kind of annoying. And you can't disable it in-game. And I talked to him about it, and he said, oh, when I put it in, you could, and Steam actually changed how it works, so he might fix that in the future. But if you hear my gamepad rumble, I'm going to have to just turn off the controller, I guess, for that. But we'll see if that happens or not. Alright, so these guys, so units can always move 3 spaces. So I'm going to get attacked by both units in this case. I don't believe I have sprint shot anymore because I switched up my weapon for this one. Yeah. So this is not a great fight to start with, actually. Also turn those back on. I always like to have the persistent stats. But I think... they won't kill me before I win, so I think I'll just have to live with it. Yeah. So this staff, whenever it hurts someone, it mind controls them, but as you can see... You know what? I don't want to get hurt. I'm just going to kill these guys. So I'll summon a squirrel here. You can do actions in any order, but you have to do your movement and attack sheet. As in, you can activate characters in any order, but you do have to move and attack at the same time. But yeah, I mind control whoever I hit, but of course if I hit them, then they die. So whenever you die, you counterattack as long as you're attacked from the front or side. And the unit doesn't and you don't overkill the unit. So if you do damage equal to the unit's health or higher, then... Sorry, not equal to or higher, but actually just straight up higher than their health, then they don't get a counterattack on you. So if you do exact damage to them, then you will get a counterattack. The game has a lot of weird what's that word? A lot of weird behaviors, essentially. But we'll go over them as I remember them. And the game does have an in-game tutorial, which is very good for teaching it you slowly. Like it's not obtrusive or anything; it just appears as you go. So it's fine. It's yeah, it's a great tutorial. So here we have, what is that? That's a Spriggan for sale. Wow, that's good. I would like to hire you, actually, yes. 300 gold. All right, I'll come back when I can afford that. And what do you have for sale? You have got, so shop exclusive means no matter which merchant you go to other than this one in this playthrough, you're not going to get that item unless you buy it here. These other ones, I can buy them from other merchants at some point. Dangling participle. That's like a grammar thing, right? Like you've done something grammatically incorrect. And so it would annoy the right kind of person, I assume. I'm a writer, but I'm not really, I mean, I took English in college and university, but I guess we didn't really go over exact specifics in that case. Okay, now I think a staff is a two-handed weapon, but let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay, so wait, that's interesting. My starting staff isn't a two-handed weapon, but this one is. Okay, that's fine. I have a key, so I can open this. Insatiable coffer reveals location of treasure and keys and scrolls. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I should equip... Now it is funny that you can unlock being able to equip more items later on, because there used to be you could equip infinite items. And then he limited it to 6 or something, or 5 maybe? I don't remember what the limit is right now. It's funny that you can unlock, bring it back. I think like those things should actually make the game easier. So there's a ton of lore throughout the game that you pick up, and you actually get a reward for picking it up, so it is important to pick up in terms of optimizing, min-maxing, that sort of thing. But the lore actually also tells you how to beat whatever you're going to be fighting. So I'm going to be fighting Gandor Tyrgrief. Now, if you look at Dragon, this is a dragon, and Tyrgrief, I don't know how you would switch that one around to spell dragon, but dragons' names are all anagrams of something. So this guy will be immune to fire, so I don't want fire spells, and he'll also have magma giants with him, so I need dispel or ice to win. So it actually tells you what you're going to expect, because it isn't the same boss every time you play. So that's just something to keep in mind, that the lore actually is... It has a utility to it. It's not just there to be writing on the screen. Some people just like lore. I'm not really a fan, but it is actually useful in this case. Okay, this should be fine. I will... So the latest update actually made it so you can equip on the fly, and there's no penalty whatsoever. It used to be there was a slight penalty, and then he changed it to being no penalty whatsoever. Now, what is the wording of my mind control right now? If they have 3 or less life, they become mine. Well, you will have 3 or less life by the time I hit you, so you're mine. Okay. And then what do you do? Nothing special. Okay. Let's just get in there then. This is why I said that staff is so good. Especially for a character that I don't want to be using spells. Because, you see here, I use that Armored Scroll. I will not have that Armored Scroll until I spend 5 marshmallows now. And I don't think I can show my marshmallows right now. But marshmallows are a very limited resource. So any card you use is just gone, essentially, until you rest. And you can only rest about 3 or 4 times per level. And there's only, what, like 4 levels in the game? Maybe 3 levels in the game? So casting your spells in this game, you should do as little as possible, essentially. Which is why Satchel cards getting that buff was so huge, because they're spells you can cast over and over and over again. Unless they're single use, like the consumables. Right. But I should be able to win this without casting any spells, in theory. That's why melee characters in this game are so good, actually, is because they don't have to cast spells. But the problem with doing it slow and safe like this without casting your spells, you'll see at the end of the combat. Look at these cowards. This is a far shot weapon, which means I can't move and shoot with it, so just wandering forwards. Any items you pick up during combat, you can use in combat immediately. So I could pick up that spell and then cast it. I'm just going to... So you'll see there's a par for each fight. This is probably par 3 or 4. Let's see, par 4, yeah. And it took me par 11, which means I lose a bunch of XP, but I do get the no retreat bonus. And XP will make this annoying sound up here, which this bar didn't used to be here, so it'll make this obnoxious sound to level up your player. And then you can see all the things you unlock here. Bronze tier upgrades are allowed to have in general. You unlock this character, you unlock this character, you unlock the leaderboards and battle mode. He made a bunch of modes that he stuck behind the thing as well, which is fine, I think. Because although Fast Adventure is maybe a bit of a strange one to put there, because it's a long game, really. Like, it's not a it's more like an old-fashioned roguelike, I guess, where if you have a good run, it is going to last like an hour or 2. Maybe even longer. Okay. I've also found it's a very hard game to put down and then pick up again. So yeah, this is a story about the dragon, how he came to be. Skeletons. What is my 2 mana types anyways? It is... I don't know what this is. It's like a air, maybe? Maybe void? So if I look at my map... Yeah, okay, so... If I go there, I'm going to be fighting an elite, and if then you can run away. You can run away whenever you want, but then I will lose my bonus thing. I'm just going to go here. I'll lose my no retreat bonus. And so, you know... If you're thinking in terms of high score or XP, then you don't want to do that. I would prefer to think in terms of high score. But I don't really care too much about either. Now this is a... Yeah, okay, so this is a guardian, so you'll see... It'll give you a little thing here. This is a guardian, so if you wanted to know what a guardian was, this is what the tutorial's like, basically. It'll tell you exactly what a guardian is. A guardian is any card that costs exactly 4 mana, and they just follow you around. Now, the really cool thing about this game, and he's actually done art for like everything, which is really fun, which is what that Oculoid was about, because the Oculoid's surrounded by a bunch of little Oculoids. So I put a hat on my Oculoid, and then every little Oculoid also got a hat. But your friends can also carry stuff, so I can do that. And in fact, I don't want the staff anymore, probably, so I'm actually going to do this. And then I will give myself the shield. And I will actually buy that dangling participle if I can. 900. Okay, maybe not. I wanted to give it to her because she's got regenerate, so just let everything hit her. Now she's weak to fire, so and you know I'm about to fight a fire dragon for the final boss, so maybe not the best idea. But what can you do? Okay, some rabbits here. Why did that show up on the old map? I'm not sure what that was about. Okay. Now let's start with you. Wait, let go. Okay. Okay, 1 rabbit down. Now, what are these guys? Pierce. So Pierce means they ignore shields and armor. Shields just block any one attack. Okay, so if I just sit here, I should be fine. Because they can't reach me this turn. Now, this is a sprint shot, which means I can move and shoot, but it only has a range of 3. Which is fine here. And I imagine this was like part 2 or 3. Yeah, part 3. Each fight is handmade, they're not random. So, like the map you fight on isn't, but the encounter composition is handmade by the developer of the game. But yeah, as you can see, I'm not really worrying about my combinations of my cards right now. It's not like you get this huge Magic the Gathering style combo or anything like that. This tells you more about what dragons are like. And there's a lot of different lore. Like I said, the boss you fight and the enemies you find in the map. Like it'll also tell you about how to deal with different enemies. Like there's one that'll tell you how to deal with a goblin's birthday party. You want to have money before you go talk to the goblins, that sort of thing. Okay, this might be a fight, it might not, I'm not sure. Okay, do I want to save the treant or the goblins? I'm going to help the treant in this case because I am a plant person. This will be a loyal treant if I rescue him. He is root, I see. Okay, I am going to... so this is essentially how much advantage you want. So if you roll 3 dice, you get the highest of... Yeah, you get the best of those. I don't... Actually, you know what? I don't care. I'll take this fight even if the goblins call for reinforcements or something. Okay, I will accept you as a loyal unit. So loyal units, they're like guardians, except if they die, they're permanently dead. Whereas guardians come back when you rest. And same thing with him, I can equip him with gear and everything else too. Any unit in the game can carry gear. This is for animals specifically though, which I don't have right now. Animals are basically 4-legged units. That's the difference between an animal and a non-animal. Just 4 legs. Okay. Pop over here. Whole bunch of... This looks dangerous. Wow. Okay, so this is the kind of fight where I might want to start casting some spells. Let's get a snake to get in here. And deal with each other. Nice. I could move forward and attack, but then I'm going to get hurt. I could turn a tree into a creature. Summon a wolf. Pair of squirrels. Just do snakes have piercing? What do they got? They just have poison. They'll kill the squirrels, I guess, with their poison. This thing would do fine though. So that's plant spell, so all my guys get stronger for... Is it just permanently? And so I'm going to take a retaliation here. Except it couldn't attack back because it already attacked that turn, right? You only get 1 retaliation per turn. Same to... It's basically Heroes of Might and Magic rules. The Griffin even has infinite retaliations, just like Heroes of Might and Magic, so... Pretty sure this guy plays. Okay, so it's permanent +1. Nice. I mean, for the combat, not for ever. But 1, 2, 3. I am safe like this. You don't heal. So actually, it'd probably be better to give this staff to the treant, or maybe the shield to the treant. I don't know. Anyways, you draw until your hand is full, I believe, at the end of a turn. If you discard 2 cards in a turn, you get +1 mana, or you can just stick a card to the back to the bottom of your deck. That's recycling. Okay. This creature, no matter what, will be gone at the end of the fight, so I don't really have to care about his own safety. I think there's an item which makes all units you summon loyal, and wolves are actually... Yeah, wolves are actually interesting. No reason not to summon a wolf, because they're actually a loyal unit, which means after this fight, he'll stay in my army. Okay. So now I can get up there. Him down, and take him down. And your units can also pick up anything on the map for you. Okay, so now, yeah, as you see there, the wolf is staying with me, and I can even give it saddlebags. You may equip 2 extra items, and is also allowed to equip summoner gear. Interesting. But that's like, I've got to see. Let's see. I assume that means... like these things, like the insatiable coffer and the compass, not the buckler. But I'm gonna try. Okay, yeah, no. But if I took off this and this, now I don't have to waste my slots on them. I can just stick it on the wall. Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure I could do that anyways because of how the... Yeah, you can see I can put it on anyone. Maybe like summoner specific is still a thing. What do we have here? Yellow jacket, nice. And I'll get me tragic. So Rabbitus is one of the guys that you can fight. He's an elite guy, so we know he's on the map somewhere. Actually, we know he is right there. But if we didn't have this item, we would still know because of that lore. Looking at the map, you know, it's very try-hard of me, but it's something you can do. What do? You look like a bug trader. Ooh, scorpion. So if it says new, that means I've never seen it before, which means if I buy it, then it's available to me every time I play after that. But if I don't buy it, then it may or may not appear in future runs. This Giants Club would be nice, but I do not have that kind of money. So let's also not fight. You can also fast travel just by clicking on the map, which is a nice little, because there's not really much point in walking through. Oh. Huh. Okay. Do I want to fight a dragon? Why not? Is he a summoner? No, he's just a straight up dragon. Okay. I'm gonna lose all my units. When you summon a unit, it can immediately act. I'm just gonna send the wasp in to hopefully take a hit for me. You're immune to poison? Nope. Okay. Get in there. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, cone breath of 3. I am actually safe right here. Okay, so I'm going to just stay here and hope nothing bad comes near me. I can replace this at this, on the very first turn. You can also just swap out a card, so I could do this. Hope for a squirrel or something. Right, like a free squirrel. Okay, that's why I summon that, that's fine. If you attack from behind, you don't get attacks against you, like I said before. Okay. I think just overwhelming the dragon is the play here. And this tree is giving me more mana, so I can just keep summoning stuff. Now, I could have just come back later, but I'm just doing this for fun more than anything. If I do that, 1, 2, 3, I still can't get to the dragon. Can I give you anything? Not right now. I can also take this item away from her and give it to, like I could, for example, I don't plan to be fighting this dragon hand to hand, so I can take this off. As long as neither of these units have moved, and I can see all units involved, then I can do like this in combat. It used to be item based, like if that item has acted twice in combat, it can't move again, but it turned out to be really complicated to implement, so instead he changed it so that just as long as both characters involved in the situation haven't moved, then you're good to go. Okay, this guy does have a cone breath, so I have to keep an eye out for that. I think I went overkill here. This is already enough. I don't need to summon anything more. And I used up my tree. And my dog died. Not great. Okay. Then again, I can't get to him from here, so it might be necessary. But then I have control of everything again. Oh, not quite. I should have done the other order. Then I could have mind controlled the dragon. Okay. I'm going to run away. There we are. Okay, and I win. Oh, well, I'm okay. Yeah. I mind controlled the dragon into victory. That's fine. Copy all small and mutant animals. Nice. So these you don't have to pick up right away. You can leave them there if you. I think you can use them for healing. I'm just gonna take it. But I think if you pick it up, it brings you to full health. It also increases your max health overall. So useful to get. Okay, so I think I burned through way too many of my cards there. My army's pretty strong. I can probably beat these guys. I'll have to spend like all my spells, but I could just leave, come back later. And normally I would, like, normally what I do actually is I retreat from every fight, just like this, until I know where every single thing is, and then, and only then do I really go into it. Speaking of which, I should put my compass back on. Here, you can carry my compass. You get your gear back when the creature dies as well. It's not lost forever or anything. You're not risking it by letting them carry it around. Okay. No, just a nothing space. Well, there's a barrel there, I guess. Okay, that is Grimella. Let's head across the river. Sometimes it's tricky with the map generation. You just have to fight an elite. But typically I think it's best to fight from weakest to strongest. Of course, you're going to lose all the retreating bonuses. Well, that's fine. Just take all the marshmallows here. So you get 5 marshmallows per camp. It takes 5 marshmallows to restore all your spells and health. If I had an axe, I could actually cut down these trees while in combat, maybe. And you are a saber-toothed tiger. Don't need it because I have. Well, actually, no, I can have one. Stealth. Stealth is really good. How badly do I want a saber-tooth? I think I do want one. I'm going to capture it. I'll put 5 dice in. There we go. And I have to tame it. I'm going to put 4 dice in. There we go. Okay, so now you, if you die, you'll come back. So yeah, when you rest as well, you get all your guardians back. So now I've got a little saber-tooth carrying my stuff for me. It says... Oh, I see. Straight up twice. Okay. Now, is that key just lying around, or do I have to fight someone for it? Oh, these guys are fast, right? No, they're not. Okay. Saber-tooth is, though. Alright. This is going to hurt the saber-tooth. Let's go for it. Maybe I shouldn't have. Does staff only do 2 damage? Yeah, for some reason I thought it was 3 damage. Oh yeah, let's show another thing here. So if I do this, and then I go over here, mind control that, and I realize, wait, that was a really stupid idea. You can just undo anything that doesn't reveal information in this game. If you reveal information, you can't undo the action. So misclicks you don't have to worry about in this game, which is nice. Like that, probably better to attack it from the side so it can attack back. Except that one already moved. But that means, wait a minute, why get my lion hurt, right, when I can just do this? So I go over here. And this is just, I think he said he put it in essentially so you can think out loud, essentially, rather than having to do everything perfectly, stare at your screen forever. So this is just a nice, easy way to let you think out loud. Which yeah, as long as no secret information's been revealed, that's good. And which is why, let's see if I can demonstrate it. Do this. Now I can't go back. Yeah, because I revealed information. But sometimes it'll actually pull out the new card upside down. I guess it doesn't make sense in that case. But sometimes when you draw a new card, it'll actually be face down so that you can't see it. And that's just so that you still have a chance to go back. But you can flip over the card at any point, and then you lose the ability to rewind your turn. Okay. What do we get here? Our choice. Oh, I think I have to take the regeneration. But then I'm going to need more max health. Oh, no, I guess max health kind of comes naturally. Okay, more adventures. Some fun stuff in there. He's a good writer. Like, it's not deep or anything, but it's not bad. I don't want this bug man to join me, so I don't really care. I already have my 2, because you only get 2 guardians, so it's those 2 right there. Goblin Obsession talks about how goblins aren't really evil, but they're also kind of uncaring. But I mean, well, they're not uncaring, it's just they care about their obsession. Goblin Birthday Party, that's the clue I was telling you about before. Ooh, a bunch of crocodiles. This is a new encounter. Okay, this is fine. Let's hit him with the old. Now, if you're stealth, you can't be attacked, so I'm actually totally safe wherever I go with this guy. Do these have Pierce? They do. Okay. So Pierce. I got another wolf. Pierce means they'll go through the shield, so there's no point in having the shield right now. Okay. 6 and 4. So if I do it in this order instead, like this, then I can mind control this thing. And it can't move because saber teeth immobilize whenever they attack. Well, that's a shame. Why can't I attack you, though? Oh, because you're on my side now. Okay. So I can do this, but then I'll lose my wolf. Which I don't want to lose. Yeah, the order of operations here doesn't really work. Alright, let's just do that. Oh, I'll lose my wolf either way. Okay. Now that I can't replay, because it was... See this? It'll just show me what happened. That's fine. Alright. Let's take you down. And... There we are. Take a hit. Bring it on. If they have taunt, that means if you're standing next to them, they're the only unit you can attack. Pretty straightforward. A nice thing about knockback is they can't get the counterattack off on you if they're not standing next to you. So knockback's pretty good to have. Okay, Wolf Spider Mother. That's one of the other possible bosses, is a giant Wolf Spider Mother. Don't have to deal with that. So Gandor is down here, so I'll just go to activate him on the map. So I'll need the boss key for that, which is right down there. But I don't want to fight the bosses right now, because you want like 20 health before you want to do everything basically before you fight the boss. Ooh, is that a unit I haven't seen before? That's kind of cool. Attacked enemy is ensnared and inflict poison. That does sound good. I kind of want her, but I'll come back to that. Another Treant. Now, Treants aren't loyal by nature. This one's just loyal because I saved his life. So, I should probably also be trying to keep him alive somewhat. Okay, that's talking about we're guides. Like, we are the creature in a meta sense looking over these guys. Okay, health potion. Nice. Almost never use those. Okay, so my options are this one area, so I think that's the only place really to go. But yeah, it's just a very fun game. Like, I don't know, it's a very weird game because you think you're getting into a deck builder, but if you want a deck builder, do not buy this game. Like, New Gen X, which just came out recently, that is a deck builder, even though it looks like a straight-up tactical game. It's much more of a deck builder than this. So these, this is an initiative, so these guys might actually get to go first, which would be annoying, but I don't think they have Pierce. Yeah, I can handle this. I'm just gonna roll a couple extra dice though, just in case. There we go. Okay, but in this case, I do think I'm going to actually cast some spells. I do way more damage than they have health, so I don't have to worry about getting attacked back. Do that. These are flying, so they're going to be backstabbing me like crazy. Do they have speed 6? No. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. So if I do that, I can't get attacked. I'm fine. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, I'm done with them. So to reset your shield, you just have to walk somewhere else. So just do that, and then the shield's reset. That one's not even doing anything sensible. Okay, easy fight. Could have been tricky, though. That's a lot of poison coming in at once. This is really good if you're fighting, let's say, a bunch of magma golems, so I might just grab that. Although I believe if a polymorph unit dies, it becomes the unit it was before, so that just takes him out of the fight briefly, basically. The joy of looking up. So yeah, he put it in his lore as well to address it, which is, I think, is pretty funny. There's a few different ones that talk about why do we look up and the joy of looking up and that sort of thing. And I do like that he leaned into his unique art style. Which, again, it's gorgeous. Like, such a good-looking game. So there's no way to get down here unless I take this fight down here of a bunch of rival adventurers. I'm not actually sure what that is. Like, I saw the note about that, but I think that's new. Looks like I might be able to go left here. Wait, it says shop? Oh, you're a mercenary, I see. Oh, bandits. Do I want to fight these guys right now? I guess I will. I'm going to spend everything I have here, I think. Just try to go first if I can. Or just chase them off, that works. Kind of wanted to fight them, but it's fine, I guess. Can I break this? Smash? No. Okay. You can't really attack stuff out of combat so much. And if you don't like your arrangement when you go into a fight, you can actually leave and come back through a different way, and it'll be a different layout of the fight. Doesn't always work out very good, but it's something you can do. Ah, this isn't the one that transforms. That's the one advantage of the distance transforming, actually, is I could have put the unit way back here or something. Because right now, not a great... let's see, what cards do I have available? Wolf, Spider, Mother, Bramble Elemental, Immobilized, Anchored. Got a lot of archers over here. I don't need this. I think that makes sense. And plant guys too. Oh, that's good. Yeah, and you get 3 mana per turn, but first turn you get 2. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so 2 damage means I can get an archer for myself. She gets the buff. And then, pow. Nice. Okay, and that'll be the end of, hopefully my turn. Okay, you're totally fine. Don't care about you. You'll heal. I wish I had a shield right now. Now, I don't think there's any limitation, like, besides line of sight on range, so... I can run over here. I can pop in there in a moment, but I can probably just get shot at will right now. Oh, well, or they can go for it. That's fine. Okay. Well, there's all my guys dead. How about I just take down this guy? Go from the front so he uses up his attack as well. And then hit him from the side. Re-stealth, you get stealth back whenever you kill. So I'm back up to full stealth. Poison, why not? I think I can do this. Ah, that didn't work. Okay. I was going to have this guy like protect me, but I kind of messed that up. I'll just go hide. Okay. Now that should be fine, though I'll shoot the... Yeah, and she regenerates, so that's totally fine. That won't do any damage, and that'll kill in return. Or almost kill. Okay. Now, stab him. There we are. And I can just wait here. Yeah, don't care. Take him down. And take him down. There we go. Very straightforward. Bit over par, though. I think the par system maybe, like, I don't know. It's probably for the best that it doesn't really give you anything massively substantial. Because if it gave you, like, more gold or something, then it would really encourage... Like, you couldn't just relax and have fun. You'd actually have to be doing it. But right now, it's kind of like, if I want a high score, I'll go for it. But I don't really have to concern myself with it if I just want to relax. So it's probably in a good spot. Okay. What card do I want here? Unusual size is fun, but I don't think that's really my thing. I'm more of a... Well, I appear to be like a demonic type almost. Vampire Bite seems quite good. Okay. Take that down. Have to get over there somehow still. Okay, so now it's just boss fights and the Goblin birthday party. So let's go crash the birthday party. Maybe I get the Spider Lady instead of the Spriggan, because the Spriggan's not going to do good against the Dragon at all. Yeah, that's probably the correct choice. Okay, do I want... I'd rather steal the presents, I think. Okay, let's see. Because if you celebrate the birthday, all these goblins join you, basically. And I don't really need an army of goblins. Okay. How? Alright. Stab each other. Stuff. Take him down. here. Take that out, and I don't think I need to spend any spells here. Now, if his turn ends next to a unit, he'll get seen, I believe. How's that work? Stealth. Or if I end my turn. Okay, so not a problem then. Give him a shot. Get him to... yeah, let the birthday boy go. Actually, I think the birthday boy was the guy with the spear. That's fine. Now the cake is mine. Wait, do I not get surprise when I steal the presents? Here we go. Okay, gladiator armor. Nice. Stone armor. Okay. Alright, who wants what? Inflict vulnerable all. I want the gladiator armor. But this guy's going on the front lines. Party 3 equipment. I made him carry all my stuff. Sabretooth. Where's the satchel bags? I already put them on. I just didn't give you the gear. Alright. Okay, let's see. Inflict vulnerable all. I would like to give that to the Sabretooth, really. I don't know if this will work in conjunction with the spear thing, but hopefully it will. Okay. And it probably doesn't. I think it only works with your basic attack. And then gladiator armor. I guess I'll put on you. Oh yeah, looking good. Can I break that cake? No. Okay. Alright, so how am I doing? I still actually have 9 spells, so I'm doing fine for spells. What do I think the easiest fight would be? Rabitus can be really annoying. I don't know what their rival adventures are. Do I grab the mercenary now? I think I will. Let's see. Hello. I'd like to hire you. Okay, now I'm gonna have to kick someone out of my party, though. So I think this... yeah, I'll kick out the brigand. Or do I kick out the Arachnid Queen for now? Maybe I just do it like that. Yeah. Okay. Then I can summon her. Yeah, okay. That works. Okay. Maybe a waste of money to do it now, but I think she'll be more useful against the dragon. Alright, let's see if I can take on Rabitus. So Rabitus's thing is he's very, very strong. And a small map like this is going to be a little scary. Let's see. He's a decent ways away. Okay. Alright. Give an adjacent enemy. Oh, that's adjacent. I thought that was ranged. Okay. He's got some squirrels on his side as well. Or not squirrels. Those things that look like squirrels but are bunnies. I don't think so. See, the problem is that they have piercings, so it'll go through my squirrel's armor. So it's kind of wasting the squirrels. I could discard these two and summon the wolf spider mother, but I don't think I want to do that. Polymorph would not really make much of a difference right now. Jungle cats, right? There we go. Maximum mana I think you can hold is 5 at a time. Not going to come up for a little bit. Yeah, Rabitus casts a bunch of buffs on himself and stuff, basically. And he has Pierce and Swipe, so actually all this armor is useless right now on the Trent. Okay. If I could poison him, that would be good, but I'd be risking myself going in there. I'll move up a little bit. Okay, cat's a gunner. Yeah, so if he had all 6 of those, if he had all 3 of those, he would have had 6 by the end. And if his order of operations was better there, I could be in real trouble. Yeah, look at this. He could have had like 8 dudes. This is gonna hurt like crazy. Actually, that wasn't too bad. Okay. Spider Mother, probably a good idea. Yeah, Spider Mother into Satyr is actually really good. Okay. Take you down. Take you down. Just keep on moving in, I guess. I don't want to fight him. Oh, he's so dangerous. Okay. Do I use up my Chrysalis here Just so I don't take... It's only 6 damage. I can survive for now. Okay. But is there something else I can do? Nah. Summon the Satyr Warrior. Oh, that's Warcry just for the Satyr, not for everyone. Never mind, that isn't useful then. Until the start of their turn. I could send the Satyr into... backstab him, I guess. Might give him something to do. Because if he attacks... These two are next to each other, so he might attack both to get the double attack. Sort of Heroes of Mind Magic AI abuse rules. I don't know if it works in this one, because I think they just go for me more. Yeah. Oh, boy. Again, the order of operations could have been worse. I need to cast some plant spells over here. Ow. Okay, he's got a surprise on himself. Let's see what he's got. It makes him slightly bigger. Okay, that's fine. Could have been way worse. Fine. Just do that. Do that. Now, if you hit someone, if you hit someone into someone else, they'll actually attack if they have a move left. But I didn't have a move left. Right. So I didn't want to attack because I actually want the Spider Mother to get hit. Order of operations here is annoying. Because my plan is this: 2 spider babies, double them. Wait, they get to double theirs as well? Oh, how weird. Okay, hang on. Hold that thought. Okay. There we go. Now these don't have poison by any chance, eh? No. Okay, but now I have numbers as well. And I need a plant just to heal everyone. There we go. Strong spider babies. Now he's immobilized. Good. And get up there. And do that just to guard her back. Okay, let's see what we have. I probably should have cast like a... Oh, that's fine by me. No, that's fine by me too. I've never fought him with animals before. I didn't realize he buffed me as well. Okay, could have been worse. Let's see. Just get over here and hit him. What do we got? Even bigger again. Yeah. Figures. That's fine. And a nibble. And another one. And little spider. Get out of the way. Just gonna hit him normally. Get that vulnerability going. Oh, you have knockback as well, huh? You're just a better version of the Treant. So much of my Treant, though. He's dead now. Okay. Ow. Okay, so let's see if that heals me fully. It does. Alright, so they are worth holding on to. Wormholes. Cosmic Tortoise. Yep. We'll see that in a bit. Dwarf Warrior. Removes buffs, reveal enemy surprises, disarm traps. It's got a lot of HP as well. Good guy just to have around. Vulnerable to fire. That doesn't seem like something I want to do exactly. Might just take the dwarf. Okay. And let's head on through here now that we have it. Got that gold. Okay, that's one boss. I still have 5 cards left. My health is better than it was before. Warlock, Druid, Rival Adventurers holding the boss key. I don't know what it means that they're holding the boss key, but I'm going to assume that that's bad. Oh, I actually found like a bit of a bug last time I can't demonstrate it now. Well, I can try. I discovered that if you teleport to a treasure, yeah, you can bypass sometimes the impossible path. Although in this case, I believe I actually do have a path here. Yeah. Okay, so very gently. Oh, hang on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there was a route through. But you can actually sort of cheese it, I discovered. He might have fixed that, though, because I told him about it. A witch, a druid, or a warlock? I Yeah, what do I have on me? Not much. I am feeling like I could beat a druid. Does she have the squirrel gun thing? I don't know if I can beat any of these, actually. I do have some spells. Let's go to the plantation sensation. See if they have any good spells for me. I can take into that fight. The dangling participle could be good. Immune to taunt, not bad. Another treant. Death Blossom. Death Blossom is really nice. I do like it. Shop exclusive cleanse. If I want cleanse, it has to be here. This is so good. Give all enemies downfall. That sounds fun. I want that because it sounds fun. I'll take that. And do I want 2 of those? I'm tempted. Did I accidentally not buy cleanse there? I think I accidentally didn't buy cleanse. Alright, then I'm gonna grab that. Oh, there's all my money. Okay. Cauliflower downfall. That sounds like something you would use on a witch? I'll go for the witch because she has the last piece of lore. And if you get all the lore, you get an artifact. So let's do that. Ah, yeah, she looks pretty weak too. Okay. Shuffle your last 3 discarded cards back into your deck. That seems good, provided... Yeah, okay. It works now. Okay, good. I wasn't sure if that would actually do anything. And... take it down. I guess I'll just go toe-to-toe with her. Get that poison going. Poison doesn't go away, so... you know, good to get it started early. Uh-oh. But like I said, poison doesn't go away. Ow. Really? You just want to go for a slap fight? Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Yeah. Okay. Right. Remove all debuffs affecting allies. That's me. Oh, it's poison? Yeah, poison's a debuff. Okay, good. Right. Right assassin. I am going to stand here and shoot you. I'm going to move my tiger over here. I'm going to mind control this assassin and finish the job. Wait, that wasn't a backstab. Go back. Backstab. Ah. Finish the job. Maybe a bit of a waste, but I need to sleep soon anyway, so... like, in-game. Alright, here we go. More about the Cosmic Tortoise. Okay. What do we have? Resist fire. That could be good. Fighting a dragon. Knockback, pierce, swipe, max life. Jeez. The tribal harness is good. The necromancer staff is good. It got a buff. It didn't used to do a magic attack, I don't think. Like, the dragon harness will be good in this upcoming fight immediately, although my unit is kind of invisible anyways. Just straight up +2 damage. It's weird that it gives +3 max life independent from everything else. I wonder why that is. +2 damage is just good. Just take that tribal harness. There you go. Okay. I wonder... oh, it replaces the saddlebags. Saddlebags don't go on top of armor. Now, that's unfortunate. I think they should be able to. I guess I'll be wearing that as well. Here. There used to be abuses like equipping and unequipping artifacts. There might still be ones because it's remarkably hard to fix. I can see why though. There's so much stuff going on. But I used to heal my guys by just taking armor off and putting it on over and over again. That's why I won with Dork. Dork the Orc. Heal all. Draw your last 2 discarded cards and exile this card. Okay, similar to that plant one, but worse. Satyr Champion. Oh, draw your last 2, though. Okay, that's actually cool. I'll take that. Yeah, I guess she's like a void lady. Okay, I'm still doing pretty good. Oh yeah, every time I pick up one of those gems, I didn't talk about this, it makes the final boss weaker. I could just get the key and fight him right away, but every time I do this, the final boss becomes that little bit less strong, essentially. Okay, do I want to fight a druid, a warlock, or some adventurers? I'm very curious about that fight. Okay, let's... Ooh, what's that? Oh, that's a store, that's why. Okay, what do we got? 21. Alright, this might be a mistake. But I can just buff everyone, so... You're down. You have Pierce, I believe. And you immobilize. So he's not going anywhere. What does he do? He shoots squirrels. Okay. Should be fine then. Get him poisoned. Because squirrels can't attack diagonally, so I should be safe. Goblins and squirrels. And a bit of fire. Okay. Poison me? Yeah. Okay. I think that's fair play. Ow. Alright, that's all good. Ow. This could be a problem. Now I don't know... Turn a squirrel into a squirrel. If I do that, I get the squirrel? No, that's piercing. Okay. That will get blocked. Yeah, so no point there. You can't get blocked twice in a row, that's what this is. You can't get immobilized twice in a row, basically. Big old spider lady. So that's not going to be useful. Ah, that just gets it out of your hand, I see. Okay, not enough mana. Okay, this is maybe a problem. I could lose, like, here if I don't do something, but I feel like I don't want to use my consumables. Go back, go back, go back, go back. I think I might just be able to, like, take this guy down. Let's see. Yeah. You have sprint shot. There we go. 2 attack, 3 attack. Yeah, there we go. Easy. Okay, what do we have? Death Blossoms, I like this spell. Yes, a lot. Okay, that makes the boss have less health when I fight him. And then nothing in there. Okay, now I'm really pushing it to fight this warlock. Let's see what the warlock's like. Because they might be the weakest of the bunch. I might have been fighting them out of order. They're about the same. That's something I can do. Draw the last cards you discarded and exile this card. What were the last cards I discarded? And do these, block line of sight. They do not. Okay. How much damage do you do? A lot. Yeah, I think I can't do this. Okay. And you can run away at any point, so if you're losing you should do that, but if you haven't started the fight yet, then you're guaranteed, whereas otherwise you have to roll the dice. Okay. Let's go. I'll keep you for now, and then I'll swap to the dragon after. So you can only have 20 cards in your deck, which is another reason this isn't much of a deck builder, because it's very limited in every way. Yeah, so I'll keep you 2. And I will... This guy also sells stuff, I believe. Yeah, but I can't afford any of it right now. So I won't even look, because it'll just make me sad. Okay, I would like to go to the tortoise. And choose my cards that I'm going to be using here. I think that'll do. Okay, and then when you're done, you just toast the marsh... Oh, there's no marshmallows on the stick right now. Huh. Normally they stick them on their, like, sword or whatever. Okay, let's go. Let's take down these 2 fights. Bring it on. need that. And don't need that. And don't need that. Do I have a discount on my spells for some reason? I seem to have a discount on my plant spells, but I don't know why. Okay. I guess I'll take it. A bunch of plants to fight this fire guy is going to be great. Stab each other. There we go. And then I could just take you down. Yeah, now I'll get fireballed with the rest of my crew. Okay. Bring it. I'm ready for the fire. Yeah. And armor regenerates at the start of each turn. So it's quite good. Oh boy. What do you do? Inflict vulnerable to goblin. Uh-oh. Maybe I just go for it. Sometimes, you know, it's very expensive, but this way you're not, you know, just spending more time that you can get hurt and wasting more spells than you would otherwise, so I think sometimes it is worth it just to go all out. Okay, you have 3 poison. Poison at the start of your turn. Okay, I just won. Alright, good. Oh, and you would have healed me if I had just gone in last time. If I hadn't been a coward. Alright. There we are. Hurt the boss some more. Poison, downfall, summon giant stag beetle. This one is quite good, I believe. If I recall what it does correctly. I think it summons like ants everywhere. Alright, final fight. For this level. Like I said, you do 3 levels. I'll probably just do the 1, though, for the video. Because this is already fairly long, I think. And I do have to edit these and have a life on top of that. Okay, so you block spells. Alright, that's fine. Do I go all out? I'll go all out, because I'm going to camp in a moment anyways. Okay. Hang on. I'll go all out by not putting a tree in the way. There we go. Now I go. Just get him. What's it gonna do? Yeah, it can't hurt me. Bring it. Really? Okay. Not gonna cast any spells or anything, huh? This guy is so confident in his abilities. Wait. Hold that thought. Well, that was silly, isn't it? Easy fight. Okay, destroy an ally, gain mana equal to their cost. Surround an enemy with yellow jackets. Also very fun. Very expensive. Be good against a dragon, probably. Alright, so I could just go straight for the dragon, which if I was doing this on my own, I probably would. But, you know, for the camera, I think I'm going to spend the marshmallows again. And swap her out, because she's just going to be useless here. Because plants are going to be less useful overall. Okay, there we are. Do you sell anything for 200? He sells such good gear, too. Okay, nope. Okay, ready to fight, let's go. Dragon time. Red dragon, bring it on. Okay. So the dragon starts with 5 mana, 60 health, but then you'll see. Kapow. Let's see, what's your cone? Cone's 3. So 1, 2, 3. You will stand here. 1, 2, 3. You want to hit everyone, so you're gonna stand here, I predict. Send him in. Oh, he's got knockback. Okay, that's good. Stand my ground for the fire to go off? I don't know. Maybe I should have put it there. Alright, let's see what he does. I got the distance, right? Okay. Regeneration came in handy, nice. All enemies have downfall. Yeah. And then finish him off. Nice. And this dragon is also a summoner. Yeah, just for the record. Okay, looking good so far. Can I put saddlebags on that? I can. Useless, but I can. Okay. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to bring plants. I think that was the right call. Move in there, ensnare. Now you can't do anything. And ensnare they can only get out if they have an ally next to them, so that's them taken care of, basically. Why isn't this dragon casting any spells? I feel like the game's been going weirdly easy on me. I don't know if the AI is broken or something. If I do this twice, do I get like double the creatures? I want to know. Okay, 6 damage is a lot of damage now. I just took out his own ally. Do I get 2? Nah, okay. Healing self, doing damage, that's fine. They're not doing so good. That's dead, okay. Give you regeneration. Run away until you heal. I don't want to be facing backwards from the dragon, but I don't. Doesn't look like I have a choice. Okay. Whatever. Mana potion. Get the dwarf. Okay. Now is he gonna disarm my trap? No. Ah! Got him. If I summon plant creatures, everyone will be healthier. Actually, hang on. Order of operations. There we go. Plus 1 HP. And now this should just be actually trivial in theory. I just do this, right? Yeah. Now dragon can't do anything. I think he can still fight back though. No? Okay, and it's vulnerable to everything. Should be able to cast spells, though, I think. Ow. I guess it still can attack as well, just not that turn, maybe? I like the music when you get close to beating the boss. It's always like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Right, that's that guy's whole thing, is that he hurts you when you attack him. Yeah, okay. Who wants to kill? Cat. Oh, he's the knockback as well, so everyone hit. Nice. Okay. So now you get a special item, which will be in here, I believe. But I want the green dragon, even though it's new. Okay, bone harness. When defeated, revive. That's cool. Max hand size up, or fire shot. I think I'll take the bone harness. I think there's a lot of potential there. And then you can just stick around as long as you want and buy stuff from the shops and everything. And then when you're done, you go through the portal and you get to choose a new realm from the remaining realms. And they're very different. Like desert has weather effects, snow has you lose effects, the Desert also has like an arena you can get captured, and then you have to fight this whole like mini boss basically. Dungeon has, I think, multiple floors, sort of. Like it has 2 floors, and 1 floor is tiny, but it does. Harvest has all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Yeah, this is, that was Dealer's Choice, and this is Abalon, which used to be Summoner's War. It's a great game. It's not a deck builder. It's very unusual. I don't think there's any game really like it. It's kind of a mystery dungeon game. Basically, you have to think of, it's not a deck builder because all these are technically consumable cards, so it's more like this is an RPG and these are your potions and whatnot, and you use a lot of potions. Very neat game. Dev is always improving it. A lot of steps backward like this, but also far, far more steps forwards, like what this fixed. So, you know, I highly recommend checking it out. And yeah, that was Summoner War. Probably have a lot more to say on it in the future, but for now, we'll leave it there. So, take care. All right. See you later.